In our last segment on music, we talked a little bit about pitch and matching pitch. And that's important when you're trying to sing or play an instrument, is to be able to listen and hear the note that you're trying to play. And I've drawn behind me what you'll probably recognize as a treble clef. Those of you who are familiar with music, and I apologize to those of you who have been musically trained, this is all a repeat. But for those that don't, I'm taking off-screen direction here, so pardon with me. This is a treble clef, and each one of these lines and spaces represent a certain note in a scale. In the treble clef, for instance, this bottom line is an E. This top space is an E in the clef. The second space is an A. The third line is a B. Now, if you're playing an instrument, that's very handy, because if you know the position, I played trombone, you know the position of the slide to make for each one of these notes. Or if you play a saxophone or another musical instrument, piano, each of these notes represents a certain key on the keyboard or a certain note on your instrument that you're playing. However, in musical singing, there's a better way, in my opinion, there's a better way. Years ago, I believe it was back in the 1600s, a monk, and I forget his name, you'll excuse me, came up with a way to help folks sing where you didn't actually have to know what note of the scale you were singing in order to sing the scale. Now, a lot of song leaders will use a, see if I brought it here with me, a pitchfork or a tuning fork. You may have seen one. You strike it on a hard object, you put it down, probably two here, but it vibrates at a key, and you can tell, and then count up from there on the note you want to start on the particular scale. Well, this monk was pretty clever, and he figured out that you didn't have to know what particular note you were singing in a scale in order to sing musically. And let me illustrate that. You may have heard, what was it, The Sound of Music? And I forget the lady's name. And she sang, do, a deer, a female deer, re, a drop of falling sun, me, a name I call myself, fa, a long, long way to run. Those of you who are young will think I've lost my mind, but those that are older will remember that. And that was a way of reinforcing the notes of the scale as syllables. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's a major scale, 8 notes. What this monk came up with, and it was also very popular in the 1800s, was a shaped note system. And what he did was each one of those notes in that scale he represented with a shape. So this triangle is a do, the half circle is a re, the diamond is a mi, the half triangle is a fa, sol, la, ti, do. So as you see the shape, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, you know what interval in the scale to sing. I honestly thought up until recently that everybody grew up like I did, knowing this was the way that our shape note books and our hymns are written. But they are all, at least in our building here, and most of the Church of Christ that I've attended, they all use the shaped note system. What that allows you to do is to be able to sing any song just by looking at the shape of the note and then knowing what scale pitch that represents. Now I'm going to put up a little example here as a chart and try to show you. I was real careful not to get this bent in the truck, and I didn't do a very good job. But this method replaces the do, re, mi, fa, sol with a number. So for instance, the lowest note in the scale, which is do, will be replaced with the number 1. And what that allows you to do is sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and 1 being an octave apart. By using the numbering method, to me, it makes it even easier, because each one of these notes now is a number in the scale. You can sing the interval in the scale just by knowing. Let me write those numbers up there real quick. I should have done that before. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8, which is also a 1, again an octave higher. So just by knowing what the shape represents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can sing the different notes. And you can sing the intervals, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, then it goes off the scale. I messed that up. 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all our books are written that way. So with a little bit of practice and time, you can look at the shape of the note, and you don't have to know what key it's in or what note you're singing, but by using the intervals and the numbers of those shapes, you can sing the song. Hopefully this has been of some help, and we might do another couple here depending on the input we get and the desire for more information on that, but I'll sure be happy to share what I know about it. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for joining us again on the South Trail YouTube channel. If you like the video that you've just watched, we ask you to click the like button at the bottom of the video. That's the thumbs up. And if you would, please subscribe to our channel. This little button in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. And if it's something that you found useful or beneficial, we ask that you share it with your friends and family or on your social media page, those that may need to hear the message. If you need anything from us here at South Trail, please let us know. Thank you.